So, have you guys heard of Kane? If you are a skincare or Korean skincare fan, you may have been seeing this brand making its rounds on social media. I have been trying these products and today I'm going to give you my review. Hey guys, welcome back to SHERI-RFM. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, welcome. And if you're already a part of the SHERI-RFM family, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I know you're going to love the content, so why not just like this video right now? Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. I love to get your feedback in terms of the content in the video and the types of content that you'd want if you want to see me review any specific products. But let's just get right into today's review. So there are probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Korean skincare brands and I see them all the time. But for some reason, the aesthetic, the packaging of the products of this particular brand absolutely caught my attention. And then I was like, is this a new brand that I want to try? So of course, I picked up 3 products. There are more products than these in the line, but these perked my attention, so I purchased them. And I have been trying them for the last 4 to 6 weeks, so we're going to talk about that. Now, just in case you haven't heard about Kane, it was really interesting for me to find out that the name is actually Greek. I know like a lot of brands do a play on Korean names to kind of get their ideas or philosophy out there, but this one is actually a Greek name and it means new. Now, Kane is 100% vegan skincare brand developed for sensitive skin, and I find that there are some things about the philosophy of the brand and what they promote that remind me so much of the green. For example, they definitely believe in sustainable packaging. Their packaging is made from recycled plastics, reprocessed glass, and they actually encourage you even with ideas on their website of how to repurpose the packaging when you're finished with it, what to do, how to recycle, how to use the bottles, and so on. And I find that to be such a lovely value to the brand. So these are the 3 products from Kane that I purchased and I have been using. And just look at the aesthetic. There's a lovely green, browns, very earthy colors. One of their serums is like a kind of mild yellow, a baby yellow color. I just absolutely love it. I love going on their website. It's very cooling and calming just looking at it. And of course, all that's part of branding. So props to them, because this I find looks very upscale. It just makes me want to go in and find out more about the product. The first item is this Rosemary Relief Gel Cleanser. Yes, it smells like rosemary, but we're going to talk about that shortly. This cleanser contains 5% rosemary leaf extract. Now, rosemary leaf extract as an ingredient actually is said to bring a lot of calming effects on the skin. It is said to be a potent antioxidant and also has properties that help to prevent premature skin aging. There is a particular compound in rosemary leaf extract that I have seen information says has a powerful calming impact on things like eczema and acne. Besides that rosemary leaf extract, it also contains 0.45% BHA, salicylic acid, which we all know is an ingredient that's helpful for skin conditions like acne, dead skin cells, buildup of excess oil in the pore, and so on. But it is at a very low percentage. So if you're somebody that is probably irritated by higher percentages of salicylic acid, like 2%, this is actually super gentle. A lot of people think that if they don't have acne, they don't necessarily need salicylic acid in their skincare routine, but you might be missing out on something, because salicylic acid as an ingredient has all kinds of impact. And even though you might not be oily or acne prone, having a low percentage of salicylic acid is also going to help keep your pores clear. Keeping your pores clear has a direct impact on how enlarged your pores appear. There's also something called microcomedones, which are tiny clogged pores that we don't see with our natural eyes. Again, something like this or salicylic acid at a low percentage like this could help to treat those things that might be developing in your skin that you might not be seeing with your naked eye. So we have rosemary leaf extract, we have a little bit of salicylic acid, but they also have a green complex that contains ingredients like broccoli extract, mugwort, you all know I already love mugwort, spinach, okra, starting to sound like a Trini dish here. So we know it has lots of antioxidants. It also has allantoin and panthenol, great ingredients for hydration and soothing the skin. And it also has a triple complex of hyaluronic acid. This is also a low pH cleanser. Again, the base that we look for when it comes to cleansers. Now again, like I told you all recently, I have just been so impressed with the cleansers that I've tried this year. This is a gel cleanser that is absolutely luxurious to use on the skin. Now, if you don't like rosemary, this may not be the product for you. However, I have to tell you that that was going to be one of my concerns when I purchased this. So when I pumped it out and I rubbed it in my hand and I applied it to my skin, like that first 2 seconds, I was like, wow, that rosemary is definitely there. But very, very quickly, when I tell you I got into this cleanser, like I find myself massaging this cleanser on my skin for more than a minute, simply because the rosemary there is so calming. It is such an aromatherapy experience. It's not over the top. It's not crazy strong or anything like that. It's just like at the perfect level in terms of scent for me. And I just really, really, really enjoy using this cleanser. Just number one, for that aromatherapy experience. I find it to be really, really calming. I can use this AM or PM, although I do reach for it more in my evening skincare routine. It does not strip the skin, but I think this is a fabulous cleanser, especially if you have oily skin, because I find that it works amazingly, especially double cleanse. If you have anything left over on your skin from a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil, this is absolutely going to get rid of it, but it also really cleanses the skin so nicely, and yet it's gentle enough for sensitive skin. Now, the smell that you're smelling here is from the rosemary leaf extract, not because they've added any other fragrance to this product. So yeah, be warned, because you might find yourself staying in the shower a little bit longer. Especially if you're using this cleanser. One pump is what I need. I love that they have this clip so that you can actually lock it in place if you're going to travel. And there's also an open and close tab at the top so that it's just another security measure. Really, really just love this packaging, and that green. That green is just speaking to me. Next is their Kombu Balancing Ampoule Toner. And I wanted to make sure that I got that right. This is what it looks like. So this one, like the name says, gives you the idea that there is fermented tea somehow in this product. And yes, that's the base. So this contains a 60% fermented kombucha, which they say has 8 times the amount of vitamin C compared to lemons. It's not compared to other vitamin C's like L-ascorbic acid or derivatives that we will usually use in our vitamin C serums. However, what you should know is that fermentation process will increase the amount of antioxidants in this. It is antioxidant rich, no doubt. This also contains EGCG. It has 8 molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, beta glucan, an ingredient I have spoken about before, really good for your skin barrier and so on, as well as allantoin. Again, you can see based on what they're putting together in these formulations that they are really thinking about hydration, skin barrier protection, skin barrier repair, as well as skin sensitivity, calming the skin and all of that. But I want to go back to the EGCG that is contained in this product, and that's an ingredient that has some interesting properties. As a skincare ingredient, it has shown positive effects on moisture retention, skin hydration, being anti-acne, also helping to reduce melanin secretion. It also contains antioxidants and it is anti-inflammatory. Again, kind of re-emphasizing everything that is the focus of this product. Now, this toner has a thick, bouncy gel texture. Think Haru Haru, think Briley Rose toner, think about the Purito Centella level. I can't remember that toner from years ago. Think that type of consistency with this toner. It is so super hydrating, but not heavy on the skin. I do like to use this one though in my nighttime skincare routine, but this is a toner that can be used by all skin types. But what I also love is that you can use toners in multiple ways, and this brand actually promotes and shows you how to make use of this one product in different ways. The first thing is you can do it the traditional way, which is using a cotton pad, pouring some into your cotton pad, putting it on your face. You could also use this the same way you would use an essence, or like doing the 7 skin method that Korean beauty loves to do. Pour it in your hand, pat into the skin, allow it to absorb, pour a little bit more, pat it into the skin, and do that as many times as you need to get the level of hydration that you want. Me personally, 1 layer is more than enough. Again, it is a really good product that I could use my red light therapy. Very, very nicely hydrating, and you all know that I focus a lot on hydrating, especially in my nighttime skincare routine for my oily skin. However, the other way that you can do it is making your own sheet mask with a product like this. So you can actually take like very large cotton pads, put the product in it, put it on your face and leave it for like 10-15 minutes. Let it really absorb, sink into the skin as a treatment, and then continue with your other serums and creams and so on in your skincare routine. This one definitely has no scent. I smell nothing. There's no rosemary and so on in here, but this just leaves an absolutely pretty glow on the skin. The skin is really, really nicely hydrated. And let me just mention this because as somebody who is prone to seborrheic dermatitis, sometimes fermented ingredients can create issues for me. And I actually now pay attention, especially when I'm using fermented products, just to make sure that it's not like causing a flare and so on. I have been able to use this, no flares at all in 6 weeks since bringing this into my skincare routine. Really, really enjoy it. So it is definitely a go for me when it comes to that as well. And finally, the last product that I tried from Kane is their sunscreen. And tell me, like, isn't this one of the prettiest sunscreen packagings that you've seen in a while? I am obsessed with this packaging. I love the bottle. I love how it's slim and all of that. It just looks perfect to just throw in your bag, take with you, especially for travel and all of that. Okay, yes, it might be the same size as a regular sunscreen, but I just find that the shape is just very innovative. So this is the Kane Greenfit Pro Sun SPF 50+, PA4+. We already know on this channel that that means that it has both high UVA and UVB protection. This is a hybrid sunscreen. It means that it has both chemical and mineral UV filters. The main mineral filter in here is titanium dioxide, and the chemical filters are newer generation chemical filters. Let's talk a little bit about some of the ingredients that they've included in this sunscreen that we like to call the extras. You don't really need it in your sunscreen, but a lot of Korean brands really do like to include these other skin loving ingredients. So they have included panthenol, green tea, and ectoin. You all know I love ectoin. It also contains Bambusa vulgaris water, which helps to soothe skin that has been overstimulated by UV, and it also helps with preventing UV damage as well. This sunscreen is alcohol free, it is essential oil free, and it is fragrance free in case that is important to you. However, one of the things that make this quite unique in the Korean sunscreen space is that this is a sweat-resistant sunscreen. The majority of Korean sunscreens are not sweat-resistant. You will find them, but they are not as often seen as in Japanese sunscreens. So a lot of people were excited to see a new Korean sunscreen come out that is sweat-resistant. So let's talk about the application, the texture, the finish, and all those things. This has a nice, lightweight, lotiony texture on the skin. It feels lovely going on the skin in terms of how smooth it moves and all of that. However, you will notice that this does leave a slight white cast on me, and of course it's because of the titanium dioxide in there. I can leave it for like 10 to 15 minutes. By the time it sets, it looks pretty good. I mean, pretty good. There is just a slight tinge, and that doesn't really bother me because most times I would probably use sunscreens with that type of finish under makeup, or I could just put on some powder to fix that. It's not a crazy white cast or anything like that. However, this does leave a more dewy finish on my skin, and if you're normal dry skin, you may absolutely enjoy that finish. But something weird that I also noticed with the sunscreen is that it does not sting my eye, but I do get some sensitivity or stinging on my skin, like on the rest of my face. And I do apply this around my eyes. My eyes are fine, but other parts of my face are not. Now, it's not crazy, meaning that it will resolve itself in a couple minutes, and then I'll actually forget that I had the experience until I actually go to use it another time, and I'm like, oh, right. So the first time I used this, I thought that maybe my skin was probably over exfoliated or my skin barrier was having some issues. So I didn't use it, and I used another sunscreen and another sunscreen and another sunscreen in terms of the ones that I will usually reach for, and I was having no issue, no stinging on my skin. And then I'm like, okay, so it's not my skin barrier. My skin is not over exfoliated. It's not just being extra sensitive right now. So I left it for a while, and then I brought it back. When I tried it again, same thing. And I was just like, okay, so there is something in here that's creating a little bit of sensitivity for me. Now, that could be just my own personal experience, because I can't think about anybody that I've seen like in terms of reviews on social media that mentioned that they probably had that issue. So it could just be that there's something in here, a particular ingredient that my skin probably just doesn't like. However, like I said, it resolves itself like in 3-5 minutes, probably less. So much so that I will still be able to finish this tube. I just wouldn't repurchase it, number one, for that reason. And number two, because the finish is not necessarily one that I like. And I have so many sunscreens that do have finishes that I like. will not leave a white cast on my skin, and will not give me that issue. However, let me just say congratulations to them, because the sunscreen feels nice going on. It doesn't look too bad. If you're lighter skin than me, this will actually work really, really well for you. It does have that glow that a lot of people love from sunscreens as well. And let's just say congratulations for bringing us a new sweat-resistant sunscreen in the Korean beauty space. So Kane does have quite a few other products on their website, some serums and so on, that are very, very interesting to me. They look like they would be great for sensitive skin, not really like very strong actives. So I will eventually try them. Let me know if you guys are interested in hearing about that. If you've been seeing it on social media, have you even jumped in and tried any of the products? For me personally, I absolutely love the toner and the cleanser. Those are wins already. Really great releases. I love those products, and I will absolutely recommend them to you to try, especially if you're one of those people that fall into the categories that I mentioned. Yeah, take a look at it, and if that aesthetic talks to you like it talks to me, we love our skincare products to look beautiful on our vanity too, don't we? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video soon. All the information will be in the description box down below, and thanks for watching. Bye.